3 years have passed since the events of the previous film. Spencer, Fridge, Martha, and Bethany have taken very different paths in life. Fridge became a college football player, Martha went to another school, Bethany devoted her time to traveling to exotic places, and Spencer became a junior salesperson at a supermarket. However, according to the agreement, all four are supposed to meet for the weekend in their hometown, Brantford. However, Spencer is afraid to meet everyone, especially Martha, with whom he broke up. He feels that with such a life, he is not worthy of their company. Upon arrival in town, he shares his fears with his grumpy grandfather, Eddie, and casually mentions that he was better at the game. The next day, Fridge, Martha, and Bethany start to worry when Spencer doesn't show up for the meeting. They go to Spencer's house and meet Eddie there, who is visited by his former old friend, who later became a competitor and took over their business, Milo Walker. Eddie allows the guys to go into the basement, where they find the wreckage of the Jumanji game, half disassembled with traces of repair already working. Realizing that Spencer has gone into the game, they decide to go into it to get him out of there. But the broken game sucks them in, not even letting them choose characters. And not all of them, Bethany remains out of the game. In the game, Martha is once again Ruby, the red-headed assassin, but Fridge is Oberon, a fat, bespectacled white cartographer. Suddenly, Eddie is revealed to be the super cool doctor, Bravestone, and Milo is revealed to be the short, black zoologist, Mouse. After Fridge explains the rules, he is eaten by a python, -1 life. In-game character Nigel Billingsley appears to inform them that the game has changed. A warlord named Jurgen Brutal, who killed Bravestone's parents in this game, has recently stolen a magical necklace, the Heart of the Falcon. Because the necklace's magic was making the land fertile, there is now a drought upon the land. They must retrieve it and show it to the sun to end the drought and save Jumanji. Nigel drops the group off in a desert called the Dunes, where they learn that they have a new set of strengths and weaknesses. After escaping from a flock of ostriches, where Eddie loses his life, they stop at a nearby oasis town filled with bandits. While there, they find Spencer in the body of a new character, a female thief named Min Fleetfoot, who promptly loses her first life, executed by bandits. Spencer apologizes to the group for his mistake. Eddie, realizing his power in Bravestone's body, beats up the local bandits, but an encounter with his ex-lover and her rocket-wielding husband Switchblade costs the group their lives. Fridge and Martha find a pool of water with a green glow that can transport them between avatars, and they switch bodies and then switch back before escaping the town. The group is beset with problems. Fridge is failing as a guide, Spencer is too shy to use Min's skills properly, Milo doesn't feel the need to share information with the group, and Eddie simply abuses his power, which has led to the death of everyone in the group. To make matters worse, Eddie begins to bring up past grievances against Milo, including the fact that he sold the diner behind his back, forcing Eddie to resign. An argument between the two leads to Milo being crushed by a giant boulder, costing him a second life. At the level with the rotating suspension bridges, they are attacked by a pack of mad monkeys, and Martha loses her second life. It would seem that everything is very bad, but then Alex, the pilot from the first part, appears on horseback and drives away the monkeys. It turns out that Bethany, left alone, went to seek help from Alex, and he was able to fix the game a little, and together with Bethany, in the form of a horse named Cyclone, get into it. In the end, they find a river with greenish water and switch avatars. Spencer, Fridge, and Bethany get their original avatars back, while Eddie and Milo become Ming and Cyclone, respectively, but soon after, Ming and Cyclone are captured by Jurgen's men. At Jurgen's fortress, Fridge and Bethany distract the mercenaries while Spencer and Martha rescue Eddie. Alex saves Milo at the cost of 2 lives. While the group holds off Jurgen's men, Spencer engages Jurgen on the airship and uses the Jumanji fruit, Jurgen's only weakness, to incapacitate Jurgen long enough to push him off the airship. Milo's horse avatar is revealed to have folding wings, and Eddie rides it to rescue Spencer from the falling airship. He hands the Heart of the Falcon to Eddie and Milo, who expose the necklace to sunlight and save Jumanji. Eddie, Spencer, Fridge, Martha, Bethany, and Alex return to the real world. However, Milo is revealed to be terminally ill and had come to Eddie to make peace with him before he died. Milo doesn't want to leave the game and stays in it to protect Jumanji in the form of a flying horse. Afterwards, Spencer begins teaching his grandfather how to play video games and meets up with his friends at Eddie and Milo's old diner. Eddie arrives and uses Bravestone's residual charisma to convince new owner Nora Shepard to hire him as manager. In a mid-credits scene, Spencer's mom shows a maintenance worker where something needs to be fixed in the basement, and the broken game reactivates. In the next shot, a flock of ostriches from Jumanji run past the windows of the diner the group is sitting in the real world.